Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
And we want to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day today. Hopefully you have plans with your children, or either you have plans with your mother. And we just hope y'all have a wonderful time. Marie and we're going to be spending Mother's Day over at our daughter Cynthia's house. And our son and his wife and our grandchildren are going to be there. And we're just going to have a real good time together, aren't we, Marie?
Yes, and we're also thinking of all the ones that have their mothers that have passed away, because we know what that's like too this time of year to celebrate Mother's Day. Sometimes it can be a little sad too for some of us. But,
yes.
But we can just remember all the good times we had on this day, and that'll help us get through.
Yeah, absolutely. Now today on our weather, we do have beautiful sunshine outside, but it's a little cool, so I think temperature is going to be nice today.
I went outside a few minutes ago and I thought, man, this feels like fall almost.
And I went outside and took some pictures of our rose bushes, and they sure are looking good today, aren't they? We were hoping that they would look good, and I would say they're about 4 foot tall right now. And over the winter, I cut them down to where there's only 2 foot tall. So they really sprouted out and look great.
And also our, now I just a few minutes ago remembered this, but our flowers on our front porch, what are they called?
Begonias.
Yeah, begonias. Okay, I was just thinking about my begonias out on the front porch, and then when I started to talk, I got a brain fog. But anyway, our begonias on our front porch are really doing good too.
They look great. Okay, Marie, we'll go ahead and let you do the devotion this morning first.
Okay.
And this week, the devotion is on Matthew 6:20, and I'll let Marie start.
Okay, today it's talking about right priorities, and the devotion is store your treasures in heaven where moth and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. And then down at the bottom it says, have you had the experience of sensing that you are in the sweet spot of serving Jesus? It may only be for a season, but it's when you know you're using the talents He gave you at the time and in the place where He wants you. It's an awesome feeling. Be submissive to His guidance so that you may experience this joy. And I have done that before. And when I was younger, and I used to teach Sunday school and Bible school, and did a lot of that kind of work for the Lord, I felt like that I was in the sweet spot, as she says, because I got a lot of satisfaction out of working with the children and then also teaching Sunday school. But that's been many, many years ago, and I have many certificates of I got for helping in Bible school. And I really enjoyed that part of my life, but I'm a little older now, and so I've slowed down a little, but I definitely could identify with what she was talking about here. And then it says, Jesus said not to store up treasures on earth. Now, what does He mean about treasures in heaven? These treasures may be harder to measure, but the treasures of heaven come from serving and obeying Him. You can sense the times when you are doing exactly what He wants you to do, when you're in that sweet spot of being in the center of His will and obeying Him. That's when you are laying up treasures in heaven. Take time to listen to Him and seek His guidance every day and serve Him with gladness. I serve the Lord a little bit different than I used to when I was younger, and I think a lot of us older people do that. And I enjoy anything that I can do to make somebody else's life a little bit better.
And I think you do a great job, Marie. I enjoy you doing the devotions each week, and I think that's opened up a new path in your life for serving the Lord.
Well, thank you, but some people don't agree with you. Some people, they wish that we didn't do this part, but then we have more that wants us to. But if you don't like the devotions, you can just either
skip ahead.
There
you go.
But we have more that do want us to do them than don't. So,
Right.
Okay.
Okay, Marie. I think I told you about all this last night, but the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Okay, I wonder how many of our viewers was able to see the Northern Lights last night. I knew that there was a possibility of being able to see them.
Yeah.
So I went outside and I looked and I didn't see them. And so then about 5 or 10 minutes later, I went back outside and looked again, and I could just barely start to see them. But what was really surprising was I seen something coming from the northwest sky, and to me it reminded me of seeing a jet flying over, but the path of the light that it was making was wider than what a jet would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure what it was, and it being totally dark outside, here comes all this light toward us. Mm-hmm. And as I kept watching it, as it got closer and got directly overhead, I could tell that it was about somewhere between maybe 12 to 20 different lights that was in a line, just like a train of lights down through there. Mm-hmm. And of course I knew what it was then because I've seen articles about it. And what it was, it's called the Starlink satellites. And they were passing basically directly over our house. Yeah. And I watched them till they went to the south and went completely out of sight. Mm-hmm. Then I come inside and I looked it up on Google just to double check it. And sure enough, it said that it passed over us at 9:34 last night. And it's going to pass over again tonight at 9:37. So I did not have my camera with me to get you pictures of it, but it was interesting to see that. I've never seen that before. Mm-hmm. Now on the Northern Lights, our granddaughter Holly, she lives right next door, and she posted a picture on Facebook, and she sent me a text message, and she said, Pop said, do you see those lights? And she didn't know it, but I was already in the bed. And this was about 10:30 or close to 11. And so I got up, put my clothes back on, went outside, and sure enough, I could see the lights. I didn't see them as good as she did. She took some pictures, and I'll show you a couple of the pictures that she took. And but everybody said that you could see them better with your telephone, and I didn't take my telephone out there with me to take pictures of it, but I was just looking. But I remember years ago, Marie, when we were young, there was one year that the Northern Lights was real prominent, and our house faces the north, and I was able to stand on the front porch and I watched them, and they were very brilliant that year.
Yeah.
Okay, Marie, you want to go ahead and talk about your card?
Yes, I want to thank Catherine, and I'm not going to say her last name, but she wrote me this really wonderful message. It was very uplifting, and I really enjoyed it, and she was really creative in it. And she sent me a little gift, and so I thank her very much for it, and I might even be treating myself today with it. So thank you very much, and I'll show you the card. It's real pretty, but I'm not going to show you what it says on it because I've been trying to keep that part a secret.
Well, I was just fixing to talk about that part, Marie, so you're going to have to go ahead and show them the card.
Okay. I didn't want everybody to know that my birthday was coming up because, I don't know, you just feel funny about that kind of stuff. But anyway, thank you very much for the birthday card. It was very sweet of you, and I really appreciate it.
Okay, and I was just fixing to talk about for Sunday, we're going to be celebrating Mother's Day at our daughter's house, but we also will be celebrating Marie's birthday because this year your birthday is the day after Mother's Day, and we hadn't been talking about it all week long, trying to tell everybody it was your birthday.
No.
But but we will be celebrating Marie's birthday on Sunday afternoon. And celebrating your birthday, Marie, reminds me of something. I was thinking about this earlier today, and it's just a little story. I hope everybody will bear with me a little bit, because sometimes I have these little flashbacks and remember things. But I remember you and I, we were both 18 years old in 1971. So anybody wants to do the math, they can figure out how old we are. But I'll save you a little bit of time. I'm 71, Marie's 70. And so, but here we was, it was Marie's birthday. She was turning 18 years old. And we knew that we were planning on getting married. It's a long story about how we ended up getting married and running away. But
we didn't run away. We sort of just
slipped
went.
away.
Yeah.
We went to Gaston, Alabama and got married. And if you want to see the whole story, I'll leave a link in the description about how we met and got married. And you can go watch that little video, and it explains everything in detail. I won't go through that again. But anyway, 1971, on your birthday, we was 2 weeks away from getting married. Yeah. And I think about that every year when it comes around your birthday, because we got married on May the 29th, and it always reminds me, your birthday does, of our anniversary.
Yes.
And so anyway, okay, and like I say, if you want to hear the whole story, I'll leave you a link and you can go watch that video. Marie, this last week we had a lot of stormy weather.
We did.
And one night it was real bad. But it was mostly for us, it was just a lot of hard rain, and the wind really wasn't that bad around our area. But I know that some people up in Tennessee had a lot of storms and trees down, and there was tornadoes all over the Midwest. And so it's just been a real bad week this last week. If you had any stormy weather, we pray for you and pray that no one got hurt in it.
Yes.
Okay, Marie, let's talk about the videos that we did last week.
All right.
We did 5 videos last week. And the first video we did was our Sunday chat. And on that video, we talked about why we are prepping. And so if you did not see that video, you should go back and watch last week's Sunday chat. But we do appreciate you watching this week's Sunday chat. And I forgot to mention too that we did get a lot of new subscribers over the last 2 weeks. And we want to let everyone know we appreciate you watching our channel. We appreciate you taking time to hit the subscribe button. And if you will, turn on the bell so that every time we put a new video out, you'll get a notification and you can watch it. And we do appreciate it. It helps us out quite a bit. Okay, the next video we did last week was our hamburger rice casserole. Now, Marie, that was absolutely fantastic. I loved that meal, and I think I probably ended up eating twice as much as you did.
2 of our family members came over too, and they loved it.
Yes, it was really, really good.
Yes.
Okay, the next video we did was the Walmart prepping haul, and on that video we just went to Walmart and we bought a lot of condiments and things that we needed to help us with cooking. And we bought extras so we'd have more on our pantry shelves. And I think we're going to start doing a few more of the Walmart shopping trips and some of the other stores that we like to go to. A lot of our viewers have commented that they enjoy seeing us going out shopping. And it does us good to get out and do it too, don't it?
Yes, and a lot of people don't understand when they see me. Sometimes I'm walking good and sometimes I'm not. But that's just the way my hip works. I can walk a certain amount of steps before it kicks in, and then I just can't walk. And so if you see me going into the store and I'm walking good and you see me getting my cart, the reason I do it is because I know before I get out of Walmart, I won't be walking good. And so it's, a little bit confusing to some people, but that's just the way my arthritic hip does.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of new people that don't understand what you've had to go through. And Marie and I both are cancer survivors. I had cancer in 2022, and I'm still recovering from it. And Marie had it back in 2015.
Yeah.
And although she's not recovering from it, she has what we call side effects, and she has problems that she has to deal with daily.
Yeah.
That's a result of her cancer in that 2015.
Yeah.
Okay, the next video that we did last week was a day with family. And on that particular day, on that video, that was the day that we went to Walmart first and did that shopping haul. And that was on one video. But then after that, we went to Cedartown to the El Nopal Mexican restaurant, and we had lunch with Kim and Jonathan and their two children, Addison and Avery. And that was a really good meal.
It really was.
And if you see my plate was about that big around, and I ate maybe just a third of it because I just cannot eat all of the food. And my stomach is not big enough to hold that much food. And if you look at me as big a man as I am, you would think, well, he could eat 2 plates of that food.
Yeah.
And
Hey, you had an operation and they
Yeah.
took some of your stomach out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before my surgery, I could have ate 2 plates of that food. But now they removed half of my esophagus and they removed 2/3 of my stomach. And so the doctors told me to only eat small meals. And also on that same day, what we did was after we had lunch at El Nopal, then we went over to Peaks Park, and that's in Cedartown, Georgia. And that's a park that they have just completely rebuilt, and it's brand new for the children. And Addison, she just loved it. She had a lot of fun. Now, of course, Avery's too young to play in the park. But Addison, she loved it, and I'm sure she'll be going back quite often. The next video we did last week was the chicken parmesan casserole. And I did that recipe, and I'm going to be honest with you, we liked it, and I had leftovers. It was good, but to me, it was just a little bit dry. And Marie mentioned that it needed more of the marinara salts. And I think probably where I messed up is I might have put too much pasta in it. I think if I would have left a little bit of that pasta out, then that 1 jar of marinara salts would have been enough. But if you do make that one, you might want to use a little less pasta or either add some extra marinara salts to it. But other than that, it had good taste and good flavor to it, but was a little dry. Okay, now today, of course, today is Saturday, and we always record our Sunday chats on Saturday mornings, or at least we try to, don't we, Marie? And so later this afternoon, Marie has made a special request for her birthday, and she made this last week. And so I'm going to try to do what she wants me to do, but she wants me to make her strawberry cake using the Paula Deen recipe. And Marie has made that cake several times and made video on it several times. And it is one of our favorite cakes, and our whole family loves it.
Yeah, it's one of ours. We also like German chocolate and several other, but that is one of our favorites.
Well, that's the one you requested.
Yes.
And I've helped Marie make it several times, so I'm very familiar with the recipe. But I did print the recipe out because if I'm going to make it myself, by myself, then I'm going to make sure I follow the instructions carefully because it has to be made just right for it to turn out good. And so if it turns out, if everything works like I hope it does, I will record me making the strawberry cake for Marie's birthday. And then when we go over to Cynthia's house on Sunday afternoon, I'll record us cutting it and let you see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, Marie, do you have anything else you want to add to our Sunday chat for this week?
I just want to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day, and I know that it could be sad for some of us and everything, but we always have our memories, so I'm going to think my good thoughts on that day and remember my memories.
Yeah, your mother passed away in 2004, so it's been 20 years ago.
Yeah. and
Yeah.
we were very close. And
Mm-hmm.
so those Mother's Day can be a little rough sometimes for some of us whose mothers have passed away.
Right, and
And,
my mother passed away in 2009, so it's been 15 years ago.
My dad, he passed away a year later, and that happens lots of times when the wife goes. My dad, he was devastated, so he didn't want to stay here anymore. So he didn't stay here very long after she passed away.
Well, y'all probably hear lawnmower in the background. One of our neighbors is out there cutting grass right now. And also this morning, Marie looked out the back door and she seen the biggest bunny rabbit.
Oh yes, it was so pretty. It wasn't like a field bunny rabbit. I'm sure that this rabbit was a pet.
Yeah. We have a house, 2 houses up the hill, and I think they do have some rabbits in cages out in their backyard. I know they've got chickens. And so I think one of their rabbits might have got loose because
I
I've
do
never
too.
seen that rabbit before. Usually wild rabbits will be a real dark brown, almost a gray color.
Yeah.
And this rabbit was a real light tan color, and he was so big, you wouldn't believe how big he was.
When I first looked out there, I said, "What is that?" And it was the cutest little bunny rabbit, like you see in a children's book.
Yeah.
It was so good. I mean,
Yeah.
it was so pretty.
Yeah, we enjoy seeing things like that.
Yeah.
We have a lot of deer in our neighborhood, but I hadn't actually saw the deer much lately. But now, if I had my garden out back, I'd probably see them every day.
Yeah, because they really love to eat the top side of our tomatoes.
Yeah, but this year I decided not to do a garden. I'm just
Yeah.
going to take it easy on my body and take care of myself. And hopefully that'll give me more time to make more videos. So we are going to try to, we had 5 videos this last week, and we're trying to improve our videos and our video quality. So we appreciate everybody watching. Be sure and leave us a comment and give us a thumbs up and let us know that you like this video. And we will make plenty more, and we will see you on our next video.
And so y'all do what you love and love what you do. And like Kevin said, we'll see you on our next video. And happy Mother's Day to everyone. Bye.
Monday morning blues. I open my eyes and I'm greeted by a cute little smile. The world is new with you by my side. Everything is beautiful. Tuesday afternoon, I'm calling you home just to hear your voice on the phone. I think of you and I'm not alone. You are everything under the sky so blue. I found my piece of heaven, spending my days with you. You are my piece of heaven. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, life is a bliss. Waking up with you in my arms, I've got it all and nothing's amiss. Everything is beautiful. Sunday morning snooze with breakfast in bed, and I listen to the song in my head. It sings of you and the things that you do.